Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Single Player Let's Play series. So, in between streams, we've gotten a lot of stuff done, in between streams and episodes, rather. So, I've been working on a handful of things around the base. One of them was to get the farm that I had made over here. You can see there's a little stream down the mountain. Had that all set up, and found that it was kind of a pain to use and access, so I decided to tear this area down. And instead of using this all as a farm, I'm just going to leave it like this for now. I'll probably decorate it, but if you have any ideas of what I should use it for, let me know. I'd be glad to hear it. But until then, I've moved everything over here with a nice little area that's barred off by some of the berry bushes, so it looks super cute. It kind of feels nice. I've got a lot of hidden water, a lot of hidden lighting, some nice bushes and water or lighting lamps and stuff all kind of located around here, and it has a really good vibe. I'm really happy with how it's turned out. So yeah, just kind of thrilled with how it spits out over here by the river. Really, really, really like how easy it is to go through and use FTB Ultimine to harvest. As you can see, all I have to do is hold down tab and run around, and I can pick everything up. I don't have to jump up and down between layers. I don't have to worry about trampling any crops. It's all super duper straightforward, so that makes it way easier for me to use in the long run, and I am significantly happier about this. So apparently the original audio for this was much longer than what I have planned now, because the original audio sounds like it was deep fried. As a result of me having my audio levels set way too high on my microphone, the gain was blasted because I had it set to record the whole room, which is what I do whenever my fiance and I play games together and are on Discord together. Since we're only a few feet from each other as far as our desks go, it's easiest to do that to not pick up any noise. So, in between, you can see I've been working on kind of reorienting my tools. I gave up on the mining gadget and have moved over to a refined obsidian paxel, mostly because I had issues not being able to break tile entities in certain blocks using the mining gadget, so I was going to have a pickaxe around anyway, and I've been using this other capturing sword for any time I just need a bunch of experience. I've already mentioned that in the past. Otherwise, I've gotten a couple of really cool trinkets that we've been using so far. Like the looting one has made it so that even if I don't have looting on a tool, I have at least looting level 1. And when I have this diamond or this latent magic sword, this one has looting 3 because it's looting 2 plus 1 level. So overall, it's very nice. But again, if I need any of the drops, I have to go back to the Paxel or the bow. Either way works. Otherwise, I think right now this is kind of the hotbar that I'm going to keep with. It's been very functional for me, so it's been pretty cool. Now, to break down any ores we find, I've been using this Enigmatic Fortuneizer. This thing allows you to put any pickaxe of your choice in there, and it will use it to process chunks. Here, so if I grab a coal chunk and toss that in, you see it's going to apply the unbreaking and the fortune to the pick, or fortune functionality to the chunks as if I was breaking them with that pickaxe. The unbreaking logic is applied correctly. The drops from fortune are all applied completely correctly. So this gives me a way to logically kind of maximize my output from these chunks. Very cool fact, these things stop working whenever your pickaxe in there goes down to 1 durability, so you can easily automate this without having to worry about destroying your lovely pick. So, for today's plan, I think we have a lot going on. I planned on finishing up a couple of things around the base, but specifically... Now, before I get started on some of our main goals for the episode, I definitely wanted to discuss a couple of things that I wanted to try to clean up. I'm trying to move over to a different food source. Right now, I think I'm using tomato pasta, which has been working really well for me. That's from Simply Farming. I think, let's see, how do I make this again? Okay, so it's 1 tomato and 2 of these spaghetti, and the spaghetti was kind of a pain to make because you have to use water and wheat. So I'd love to get some egg automation to keep on eating this, because you can see there's a much easier recipe here. And egg automation is super easy to do, in case you weren't aware. And fried eggs are also really a good and sustainable source of food to use for us as well. So we might want to look into getting that egg farm set up sometime this episode, because getting one of those set up would be very fruitful as far as food goes. But I don't have any eggs, so I guess I'm gonna have to go find some chickens at least, and get some eggs from them. So yeah, it's definitely something that we're gonna have to go see where we can find some chickens and wait around for some eggs, I guess, because I don't think there's any creative or crafty way we can get eggs. And as you can probably suspect, we can't tick accelerate chickens either. So that's going to be fun. Anyways, I did get the storage system a little more cleaned up, by the way. You can see I'm using the framed compacting drawers But I'd like to have a way to utilize all these input systems and stuff to sort of clean up my inventory while I'm on the go. So this will involve probably an ender chest, an ender pouch, and an importer. So let's go ahead and get some of these processing units cooked up and going, because this will be pretty quick and we really, really could use some. So let's see, we'll need a couple of these. I don't know, I'll make maybe 8 or 9, that works. As you can see, that's super duper quick. Oh, I guess I forgot some resources in here, my bad. So then, let's go ahead and get that importer crafted up. We're going to need a destruction core. There we go. And ta-da, importer. Now, the importer is not going to be very fast on its own, so we're going to want to look into getting some upgrades. So if you look at refined speed, we already have a stack upgrade, which I think I did for a quest at one point, but we need the speed upgrades as well. So that's going to take, I think we can have 3 of them in total. So let's grab 3 of these upgrade cards and craft them into, well, I guess I need sugar. Oh, no, don't use my honey. There we go. Yeah, let's use the sugarcane recipe. We'll need, what, 9? There we go. Get 3 of these. And now this importer is theoretically maxed out. But we need a way to get this imported from an ender chest. So we're going to go with the ender storage mod. Not the vanilla ender chest, but this one. This works on a channel frequency system, so that makes it really convenient to use and have a handful of these chests that can all be accessed with automation like hoppers or pipes or whatever. So I'm going to make one of these, and I guess I'll make another one. Crap, I need a... Oh yeah, here, cork. That works. So with 2 of these, we can basically link these up, anything that we want, and I want to get some cyan dye. Cyan's sort of my go-to color, although I've been leaning more towards light blue lately. Let's see, what do we... Oh, okay, perfect. We'll just use the vanilla recipe. Surprised to me that we actually had all the stuff we need for that. Yeah, I don't think we're going to need that other ender chest right now, but I do need this pouch. I think this was a quest reward at some point. And so the pouch, once we colorize our ender chest, we can use the pouch to sync up to that chest. So let's get that importer. You can see right now we're not using all that much energy with the way we've got everything set up. It's only 28 forge energy per tick, and that's not too bad. But with all the upgrades I'm about to put into this importer, it is going to spike a little bit. So just keep this in mind if you're looking to replicate this system at home. So importer, you can see the importer base cost is like, what, 1 FE per tick? That's not bad. But then we put in all these upgrades, and that immediately spiked to first place at 19 FE per tick. So if you're not producing a lot of energy, just keep that in mind. And I should have put these on beforehand, but let's apply the cyan to these 3 little pads on top. Ta-da! And I'm going to shift right click with my ender pouch to sync them. And you can see it opens up in the background, and anything I put in here is going to get sucked up into our system. That was easy enough, huh? Let's go ahead and get on out of here and seal that up. Let's see, we're going to fill up our system eventually. I can probably upgrade that in between episodes. But yeah, overall that makes this a lot easier to sort of go out and explore and loot a whole bunch of stuff and just dump everything and not even worry about it. So yeah, let's start cleaning out some of the stuff that we're not going to need, because we're not going to need these crates anymore. And I'm going to unreserve these slots just to make everything a little more consistent. Yeah, I think having these 2 kind of cleaned up, especially the bread, since we have a better food source now and we have gourmet, I don't think we're going to need that bread. And if we do, we can always slash home and slash back or put down a waystone. We have dozens of ways of getting to our system pretty quickly. Now, let's see. If I grabbed a hopper, maybe something to store some of our... Yeah, maybe a void upgrade. I'm thinking about putting this egg farm together, right? So I want to make an enclosure for the chickens, and then I want a hopper to pick up the eggs, and they'll go into a drawer, and I don't want to cause any lag. So we're going to put a void upgrade on that drawer to make sure that the eggs always get picked up, even if they get trashed. I'm going to pick up some nice warm colored blocks, some spruce, some dark oak textures, and just play with something. I have no idea really what I'm building here. Let's see, maybe some glass panes or chains. Actually, maybe bones? I'm not sure. Maybe. I just want to build up a nice enclosure. A lot of times you see people build out like a glass tube for their chickens, and that's fine, but it is kind of sad. I feel like the chickens deserve to live in a nice place. Now, the big question is, where should we build this? Maybe like somewhere over here on the backside of the farm. This area works, I guess. We just have to clear out a little bit. We can put this right there. Oh, what is in this? Oh, potassium nitrate. I guess I forgot to sync this over. Let's take care of that. And I guess we can take advantage of our ender pouch while we're at it. As you can see, it's just going to go yoink. And every now and then you'll see a ghost left behind. Don't worry, just reopen the pouch. It should be gone. So we'll want our void upgrade on that, a hopper on top to pick up the eggs, and now this is the component that we need to enclose. I should have grabbed some other materials, maybe. Let's see how far we can get here. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna need more blocks. Let me see what the quickest route for heading back home is. Let's run around here. Maybe some logs. I should have brought logs with me. Probably some planks as well. I'm not really sure. What other accent blocks did, yeah, maybe stone bricks. Oh, bone blocks would definitely look good. Yeah, the more I think about this, I think I should have definitely brought some bone blocks. Let's bring some stairs to add some cool shape to it. I think that should be okay. I think we can probably make some good stuff with this. So I'm just going to play around. I don't have a plan in mind. A lot of times you see the little glass enclosures. I'm going to try to sort of break that standard. I'm also going to break this tree. And just sort of try to get people to build things a little more creatively, at least if I can. So let's do like a stair there to add some shape, maybe. And then let's think. We're going to need to cover the hopper, but still access that. And I want it to feel like it's balanced as well, like as if it's not going to just tumble over. Let's see. If we do something like... Oh, this isn't connected. Hang on. There we go. Let's try a couple of these. And if we had fences up the side, does that balance that a little bit? Oh, it actually connects to the glass. That's kind of cool. I actually kind of like that effect. I think. I'm not sure if this is going to be exactly what I want. Let's play around with it a little more. Okay, let's just kind of try alternating. Yeah, I think if you kind of add that visual style of like use, like worn down, varied weathered wood, it really helps. So let's try that. I also really like how trapdoors tend to add that layer of spruce wood to the outside of a texture without, or the outside of a block without adding a whole lot of bulk. I think this is okay. I mean, it needs a little bit of work along the top especially. We're going to need a trapdoor and somewhere to put that. Let's go with the dark oak one just to play around. Maybe some, I don't know, maybe some stairs up here would help. Let's try out some stairs. Let's see if that's of any use, really. I guess we'll do a bone block because we don't have bone block stairs. And then we'll do maybe glass? No, definitely not glass. Let's try another stair. Yeah, that looks very cute. I like that. Okay. Not really sure what to do about that one bone block stair. And the two oak or spruce logs on the side might look better if they were also stairs. Maybe I'll break out block carpentry, or the carpenter's block. Let's go give that a try, see how that looks. I think I just need stair blocks. Like, I think having a shape for a stair would really work. Let's see. Stair, there's so many. Let's just try carp. No. Block. Here we go. What is it called? Framed blocks, that's right. Let's try 4 stairs, see how this goes. I don't play around with this mod too much just because it can cause... Not just this mod, but any of these like framed block mods. There's a reason they haven't been ported lately. Sometimes they can cause issues with your world, especially if your texture or if your block maps get flipped. I don't think it's very likely. In fact, it may have been fixed a couple of versions ago, but I still have this like predetermined fear from back in the day when we had carpenter's blocks. So let's see if we can do like a log stair. God, this tree is not helping. There's like 1 pixel that works on. That works, I guess. And then we'll try log stairs, like so, and then a bone stair. The bone kind of works. I kind of like that. Maybe I'll just leave that. I don't know. Let's just try the standard spruce. I think I did prefer that in the end. And then we can still access everything down below. I think this works. I like how this looks. Okay, so now we are only left with having to clean up our inventory, which was super easy now. I just have to space click almost everything in that ender chest. And now I've got to find chickens. I thought I had some nearby, but honestly, I haven't seen them lately. So I'm wondering if maybe they've been murdered between all the other animals and mobs around, and then also the fact that my bow pierces. I may have accidentally killed them while killing other things, because it's just kind of fun to go through and start sniping mobs from a distance, and I can't control when it pierces and when it doesn't. Ah, I got a cool trinket. That's nice. I do like that trinket. Let's remove the treasure ring and go to the silver nail. That'll be really helpful. Okay, let's continue to look for chickens. Oh, come on, come on. Oh. Let's see. Okay, so I haven't had any luck with finding any chickens. Let's try the scanner module for our scanner that searches for peaceful mobs and see what we get. I do have my scanner here in my backpack. If you shift right click it, you can swap out modules. And now if I hold down right click, it'll show us all of the peaceful mobs in the area. We have a bat over there, a wolf, my wolf over here. Let's see if this helps at all. You know, there's really no telling if this will actually reveal to me anything that I can't already see with my own two eyes, since they're not very hidden. But they're chickens, they're small, so I may miss them in something like a forest where everything else is white, like a birch forest. So let's give this a try. Maybe this will help. Okay, Synondatus? What the heck is this? Is this like a creature? What? Oh, it is. Huh? Oh, it's a fish. Okay, weird. Sorry for the false alarm. Now, how do I get out of here? Okay, so I think I've found a spot that's going to work for us, but I realized that at this point they're so far away, we're really going to have a better way of bringing them back. And I remember that there was a thing in Apotheosis, let's see, where the Ender Farmers lead. This guy is really cool. So it holds entities when you punch them, and then you can right-click to release them. Now, it does have durability. It says it has 15 durability, but with my mossy ring, I'm wondering if this isn't negated. So I'm going to make 2 of them, maybe, just in case, because they're not that expensive and there are a lot of mobs. I don't know. Let's just try the one for now. So all I have to do is punch the chicken, right? Oh, I got to get rid of the pillagers over here, too. Jerks. Okay, let's try that again. Now, it looks like there's no durability taken. Come on, door. Come on. Any day now. There we go. Now let's head over to that chicken farm. Hop up to the top here and open the hatch. In you go. What is it? Right click. Yep, there we go. And that's one chicken, one singular chicken. All right, so I've got to repeat this process a couple more times. I think it would be wise to go ahead and make that extra lead. Otherwise, it's going to be such a pain. But yeah, this mossy ring is definitely doing the trick. I'm very impressed with how well this is working for us. It seems to definitely be very ideal. So yeah, let me go get a couple more animals. Well, actually, yeah, no, I need to craft that lead. I completely forgot. Let me grab that real quick. Yeah, easy enough. And let's grab some more animals. Okay, so the animals are safe, but you may be wondering what the heck you're looking at. I have bad news. I have about 25 minutes of footage that is all black. It's all bad because I switched out my Java versions to try to improve my performance. It did work. You'll see less freezes and stuttering, but I got a whole thing set up. I explained it all, and the audio was really bad. And it still is, and then on top of that, the video is black, so literally none of it was worth salvaging. Let me explain. I've made 4 garden cloches, which was a process that I explained, but it was mostly microcrafting, mostly crafting in general. And then I made a couple of other things, a couple of pretty pipes, and now I'm trying to get some modules to extract everything. I've got some drawers, and I've got some fluid extractors made, and all the XNet stuff is made up, or will be soon if it's not already. I've got the modular routers ready. Oh boy. So, we also have an Endercell. The Endercell allows us, which I have it over in the storage room, allows us to wirelessly transfer power to various points. So that's what these little things are on top of the cloches that are powering them. So the goal, what I'm trying to lay out here, is an optimization system that that is oriented towards trying to put things into their respective drawers first and then trashing everything else. And the reason is the result of cloching these saplings is not only more saplings and more wood, but also sticks and sometimes leaves, and sometimes apples even. It just depends. So it becomes kind of a pain trying to manage everything in one drawer or two drawers. So this made more sense to me to go with this route instead. And now you can see it's going to try to pipe everything in. Let's see. That's I'll hook this up. That's a lot of wood. Are you? Oh, you're extracting from the drawer. Okay, so let me grab my little pipe wrench from here and disconnect you, and that should work. There we go. So you can see those saplings are going straight to the trash, which is perfect. I wonder if I can disconnect this anchor here. No, that's the trash can. What about if I... Aha, there we go. So yeah, you can see everything that isn't wood is basically being avoided. So let's see about getting these modular routers hooked up to extract from these. I need to add speed upgrades to these as well to extract quickly. Wow, that is fast. And I forgot that you only need one upgrade per, which was completely my fault here. And you may notice that there's a flaw in my system, which is that I need to install a high priority upgrade on the storage controller to make sure that we 100% of the time are getting those logs unless we just can't fit them. Let's see. I need maybe another... Is there a stack upgrade? I don't think there's a stack upgrade in this mod. Pretty Pipes doesn't have a stack upgrade. You just keep on upgrading. Well, let's go ahead and sleep real quick. I may as well. Okay, so we're going to need a couple more things still. Let's see. We don't need that stack upgrade anymore. I think I'm going to need more of these guys. These was what I was talking about earlier. These Ender gates are really cool. They allow you to wirelessly transfer power, but we're going to need to make probably more of this stuff. Let's grab some blaze. We have tons of it. We have like 6 spawners. We have fortune and looting. I think it's easy enough to get more at this point. The Enrichment Chamber. Here we go. Enrichment Chamber is what turns this into more than just 2. So we'll do 14 or 7 of these, and then that'll get us 28. That's plenty. That'll be tons. Okay, so let's see. We're going to need... That's not going to be any more efficient anyway. We're going to need some of these blaze rods to make more of the blazing crystal. I think I need, what, 7, 8? No, 6 or 8. I can't remember. Because we're going to need 4 here. That's going to require 4 and then 2 more. So I think 6 in the end. And let's see, I do have enough capacitors. So yeah, we're going to need 4 at the very least, and then we'll move from there. Now, this is pretty fast, but if you needed to tick accelerate this main block here, you can, and that will help your speed. But this isn't very, very slow at all, so I'll just go ahead and keep with it. No sense in wasting the ticks that are stored up in my time in a bottle. Okay, so that gets us 2 of these blazing, and then I'm going to use one of them to craft up more cables, and then the Ender Gate is going to require more of the blaze cable. Let's see. Yep, this guy, craft it. There we go, cool. So this gives us plenty of these. It makes it very useful for wirelessly transferring that power around to our various machines. And I grabbed cable, but I forgot. We're actually just going to use XNet for everything. So I already have the XNet cable, but I never did finish making the controller. I just have a machine base. So let's take a look at the XNet controller. This guy's really straightforward to craft. I'm just shorter comparator. And there we go. The controller is like the heart of the network, and you'll see exactly how good it is in just a few minutes. Looks like we got some more free cable. I may end up using all blue because blue and red don't mix. That's why you have different color cable, and I made red, but I ran out of red dye. So I don't know that I'll be able to make more, whereas blue comes from lapis, and we have tons of that because of the Fortune 6 we got early game. So I think that's the move. Now I'm going to start digging out this area down here. You can see I've already got one little red XNet cable there for a placeholder to help me kind of visualize everything. But I think we'll want our modular routers here to pull our items from our drawers and into the routers, which can be used to place blocks directly above them. So let's sync up all of these Puller Module Mark IIs to their respective storage drawers, and you'll see that they're going to start pulling items out of there. Beautiful. Now, my question is, looks like everything's working. My question is then, if I configure one, can I configure one router with more than one upgrade? Let's see. So if I put all 4 of these in, does that work? That seems to work. Okay. So let's do that. Hit C to configure, because I want them all to place up, so there's no need to continue. Actually, looks like my keybinds might be a little fuddled. Hang on. Let's go to modular. Make sure that this is set to how I like it. C. Here we go. So if it's C, I can configure these all to be up, right? Okay, that placed. Oh, I shouldn't have closed that. Now let's grab all my excess. Are these all going to be set up to place? Yeah, looks like it. Okay, very cool, very cool. So yeah, we'll take advantage of that to not have to configure 4 of them separately, but all together rather. So now we need to finish up the XNet system, which is going to be used to provide these guys with power and pull the latex out of them. Now, let's see, this is not going to require, wait, resin? Resin? Why am I getting resin? I thought you always got latex. It just differed how much you got based on what wood you used. Gosh, it's not even easy to process, really. That's super weird. Well, this one's giving me latex. Is it just for the acacia wood now? That must be a recent change. I've only been playing on kind of, 2 or 3 month old releases of immersive engineering lately, or industrial foregoing rather. So I wonder if that's just a recent change. Let's see. These are all producing resin for the most part, at least as far as I can tell. Strange. Now let's see. Latex. What's it take? Just acacia and what? One of these other? Yeah, these are all like the kind of jungly, drier woods. Okay, crap. So this system needs a little bit of a revamp. We're gonna have to swap these guys out. To use acacia, which is unfortunate because I don't have any use for acacia wood except for like utility crafting, like making chests or crafting tables or anything. So that's kind of annoying, but I also understand it's a cool mechanic and I like the resin extraction. I like seeing intermod compatibility. So let's get all these guys set up to accept acacia. That way, when we get the rest of the saplings put in there, we're not fighting against ourselves. I didn't mean to break that guy. Let's get these guys cleared out of their current buffer of not acacia wood. Put this guy back down. And in time, we should be a little better off. I just have to go get some more acacia saplings. I should have some somewhere. Let's see. Let's put a couple of these things away. Acacia. Hey, good. Okay, I do have at least 3, which is all I needed. Let's head on back. I should really set up one of those waystone warp plates at some point, but that may be something I do soon. I've also got to get a building put around this area. So we'll need to put dirt and then a sapling in there, just like before. So now we should be producing acacia wood across the board, and as this grows, we'll fill up our buffer, and it'll go into these guys. So I'm going to test it out with some more wood, make sure this works, and I'll have to break these because they're all producing resin, and that's not going to mix with latex. Good, okay. So now I need to set up an XNet network to withdraw all of the latex and also insert power. And so I could have 2 different pipes doing that normally, but with XNet I can have 1 pipe that does it using these connectors. Like I said, I think I'm going to go with blue because they're just that much cheaper, considering that we have so much lapis at this point. And we're probably going to need that water somewhere else at some point too, but we'll see. I'm going to go and put down the controller, and we're going to need more of those blue connectors, so let's get that done. Because, yeah, I'm not going to be able to make more red. Let's do blue, grab a stack of this, and just go ahead and go ham. Make 4. That sounds good. Okay, so these 4 connectors, we already have 4 hooked up. We're going to need at least like 2 or 3 more, as far as I can tell. Maybe I'll drop this down a block. Put a controller there, and I don't really know that we're going to need this here. We'll put it there for now. I think we're good. I don't think we need anything out of the system, but it doesn't hurt to hook it up for now until we figure everything out. So I need to have a way of inserting energy into the pipe network here that I'm building, and I also need a way to extract it from some source. Okay, so it looks like these are trying to connect to the side of the modular router, so I'm going to disable all these connections. That'll help at least visually and also keep from cluttering up the controller interface a little bit. So here we have the controller, the drawer controller that I hooked up earlier, and then our 4 fluid extractors. Now, we need power on this thing too. It needs power, and so do our 4 fluid extractors. Well, they don't need it, but I'm going to give them power. So, as you can see, I'm going to juice it up a little bit so that the little red bar goes there. And then if I create a new energy network, I can actually hook it up to the secondary Ender gate that I put down, and we'll create an external or an extract channel to extract power from it, and then we'll insert it into the controller once I replace it. So you'll see that it's maxed out. And now we'll tell you to insert into the 3 fluid extractors as well, and that will also help to increase our efficiency. So this guy at the end already has power, as you can see, so that method seems to be working quite beautifully. So let's go ahead and repeat the process here. We'll need this guy, this one, and that one. So now these will be working faster. That cooldown timer, that little green bar, doesn't go all the way up anymore. It just goes about a third of the way up now, so that helps. And now I just need some method of storing all of this. We might do like a dynamic tank, and I think we're going to need dynamic tank valves is what they're called. Let's see. Dynamic valve, here we go. I think just one is all we need, but we'll have 2 because they craft 2 at a time. And these dynamic tanks are really easy to make, really easy to craft. They just use some steel, and you can create quite a lot. So I think if we have a valve here, we can make this entire structure hollow, and this will store a ton of latex for us. A ton of any fluid, but we're going to put latex in it. I think I might only be able to go 2 high, but let's see. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to. Let's just do this, and then we'll put a little cap on the top. And there we go. You see the redstone particles showed up, and we can store, let's see, 3,456 buckets of latex in this. So let's put another of these connectors over here. Let me think of a way to try to avoid needing a whole heck of a ton of connectors. Maybe I'll move the ender gate, nope, to the top. Tell these 2 guys don't try to connect. Weird. This is strange. Okay, well, that seems to be working visually at least. So now let's route some cabling down a little bit, maybe. I don't think that's really going to be necessary. Let's just do straight across. So we can just do like so. And I'm going to create a new channel in our system for fluids. So if we go to xnet.fluid and create, we will extract from all of these guys, which is just easy like that, create and extract. And then we will tell you, the dynamic valve, to create on insert. And you can see it immediately moved everything over. These guys are all empty, and we can just clear this up or fill it in. And now we have a ton of storage. Now, as you can tell, I built this out in the field. There's nothing around us. So this is definitely going to need a lot of work to clean up. On that note, I don't really think I need... Let's see. I want to clean this up. So I'm going to put the ender gate over here and tell you to connect on down. And I'll have to reconfigure the controller real quick. That way I can put a grass block here on top. So you can see that controller is, in fact, going down on power until I hit extract. So you can see that that's working as expected. But I don't think I need the controller for anything. So let me reclaim these. I think, right? Well, no, I'll need the controller for those guys, but I won't need it for... I shouldn't have to move it around. I think I should be fine. So now we can fill that all in. And I forgot, I've got to put the priority upgrade in here. And then, so I think now we should be good to clear this all up, fill it in, get it all good to go. And now it just needs something built around it so that we can finish up the rest of our processing system, because now we're producing latex, but we want the latex to be turned into rubber. So there are a couple of methods. We can use the fractionating still from thermal. There's also the method that you're supposed to use is called the latex processing unit, I think. Let's see. So you need tiny dry rubber. I thought this had an interface, but maybe it's not. Machine outputs, latex processing unit. Okay, weird. I thought the JEI compatibility was a little more fulfilling, but that's okay. It looks like there's a pondering thing here that tells you what to do with the latex that you produce using the latex processing unit. It's going to require some water, and they're using a sink just like I was. It's also going to require power and your latex. You can see they used, I think, a create tank for that example. So I think what we're going to go with is the latex processing unit, unless I decide to go with the thermal option that I had mentioned. I think that could be cool. But first, before I do that, I think I'm going to need to put a structure around this. So what I'm going to do is probably host a live stream here in the next couple of days and build something around this. And then I'll post the VOD from that live stream. It looks like everything seems to be working. It's not going to round robin our items into the storage system yet, so yeah, but overall, once we get this rubber, either using the fractionating still, which I think is a little cheaper actually, so we may want to go with that option, we can use the rubber to deep dive right into industrial foregoings machinery, because there's a lot to it. It's very powerful and very, very fun to get into. So anyways, as I clean up my inventory, I'd like to thank you for watching this episode, and thank you for bearing with me, Voiceover Jose, for this episode while I try to remember what I did, because boy was the audio deep roasted.